What's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer, and welcome to your daily silver stacking video. Thank you for tuning in and supporting the silver stacking community. The best way to support this video is by liking the video and leaving a comment. I have been obsessed with this topic, and I really want to hear what you think as well. Please throw your 2 cents in. This video is going to be good and very thorough. I've dug pretty deep, and I found 5 different articles talking about Elon Musk and his relevance into silver, or what we think he might be doing with silver and why. This is going to be a very good video. I really want this to get out there in front of as many silver stackers as possible. So please like the video and please leave a comment, even if you just say, "Hey, what's up, Slayer?" Or, I would also love to know your thoughts and opinion on this as well. But please, just engaging really does help. Now, we are going to be going over a lot of different information. We have this article talking about, will Elon Musk start buying silver and sell Bitcoin? We have another one from Maloney actually writing a letter to Elon Musk. We have another one talking about it's not only Bitcoin that Elon Musk is looking at. We have Tesla's case for buying $20 billion worth of gold. And that right there should explain that he is looking into more alternatives than just crypto, like some people have been thinking. When we look at the importance of someone like Elon Musk, yes, he's the face, but it's much, much bigger than him. He is a tiny little part of a much bigger picture. We are going to talk about a lot in this video. I really am excited. But before we go into this very important topic, you might want to subscribe as well. Yes, I said like the video. Yes, please leave a comment. But subscribing, that's really where you want to make sure you listen to me. Why Silver Slayer? Because I'm doing a silver giveaway and the entry video is live. If you want a chance to get some silver shipped straight to your front doorstep for free, then go click subscribe and go to the entry video. It will be in the description. You don't want to miss it. But wait, what if I told you there's another opportunity to win some silver? Well, there is. The Silver Stacking Podcast, the first podcast ever for silver stackers, hosted by yours truly and my co-host Investing with TJ. We're also doing a silver giveaway. The entry video was posted 5 hours ago. Well, when you're watching this video, a couple hours ago, and you don't want to miss it. So there's 3 opportunities because I'm picking 2 winners, and then we have a winner that will be also chosen on the Silver Stacking Podcast. A lot of silver given away to a lot of different people, so make sure you are subscribed. Now, will Elon Musk start buying silver and sell Bitcoin? That is a very good question, and luckily I've done a lot of digging, and like I said, I've been obsessed with this topic, so I know a good amount of what's happening, but obviously there's a lot more happening behind the scenes. If Elon Musk was to come out and say that he's buying boatloads of silver, which will explain why he needs it in a second, what do you think that would do to the price? Do you think he wants that to happen to the price? No. He tweeted 4 letters, DOGE, meaning Dogecoin, and shot Dogecoin up like thousands of %. He does not want anyone to know that he's buying silver. Now, he's hinted about precious metals. He's talked about gold. But obviously, he's going to talk about gold, not silver. But myself and a lot of other people, as you'll see, think he meant silver. It makes no sense for Elon Musk to want gold. He runs an electric vehicle company and SpaceX, Tesla and SpaceX. Both of those companies require boatloads of silver. And as silver becomes more scarce and as the price potentially will become a lot pricier, that could affect his business tenfold. So we're going to look at this, and then I really want to go into this Maloney tweet because that puts things into context and really shows the severity of this problem and how it's also much bigger than just Elon Musk. So let's jump into this. First on the agenda, are cryptos a magical creation exempt from all the known market forces? David believes the Fibonacci will have his revenge. And actually, this is a good point because David Morgan also wrote a letter to Elon Musk as well. And I forget if it was David Morgan or Mike Maloney. Elon actually replied to one of them. I think it was Mike Maloney's tweet. It might have been David Morgan, but we'll go into that in a second. But yeah, Elon Musk actually saw it. And here's the thing, he's a genius. Do you think he's just completely oblivious to how important silver is for his businesses? No, he knows. And since we know that he knows, we also know he's not going to talk about it. And we know he more than likely, I mean, it would be extremely silly of him not to be buying or have a direct source to lots of silver, since silver is used so heavily in electric vehicles and even space equipment, right? It really is. So we know he's buying a lot, and I think if that came to the forefront, that would shoot the price up. So we discussed David's open letter to Elon Musk urging him to buy silver. Our solar clean energy future depends upon it. There's not enough silver in the world to switch over to solar and green, but that won't stop the dreamers. And that's so true, right? The green energy revolution is not realistic. There's not enough silver for that. But the dreamers, they're still gonna think it's gonna happen. There's not enough silver in the world to switch over to solar and green, but that won't stop the dreamers. That's a very important sentence. Solar panels only last for 10 years and then they need to be replaced. Windmills aren't lasting 20 years as expected. Social media has distorted reality and brainwashed the masses. Everything nowadays is based upon emotion. Under the current technological conditions, our green energy future isn't going to happen now or in the future. Just wait for precious metals to realize their true value. And that's why the silver shortage is the main thing I talk about on this channel, is because that is what's going to really push silver in the air. We can talk about the dollar index, we can read charts, we can talk about stock market volatility. None of that's relevant. Supply and demand, especially with something tangible. Low supply, high demand shoots the price up. There is nowhere near enough silver for the green energy movement, for electric vehicles, for solar panels, for 5G towers, silver lithium ion batteries. Silver is used in medical wall paint. It can purify water. It's the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity, electricity, even light sensitivity. It's used in mirrors. Nothing, and I mean nothing, can replace silver, and there is a very, very, very small amount of it. There's colloidal silver, silver nanoparticles. Doctors found a way to make silver like 10 times stronger without losing any of its electrical conductivity. This is something that is so severe, and nobody's talking about it except for myself. I swear, I don't see any other YouTube channels really pushing the narrative of how serious the silver shortage is. We exceeded 1.12 billion ounce demand when the supply is diminishing. And if you really want to put things in context, the U.S. Mint already sold 5 million American Eagles in the first month of January, when their total annual supply is only around 13 million. The Royal Mint just announced record high numbers. They're starting to recycle laptops and cell phones. The Perth Mint, I just covered an article as well, second highest numbers ever. Silver's being bought up not only from the industrial sector, but what I was just proving by saying all that was also individuals like you and I. So this is serious. The world relies on this new green energy for the earth to survive, right? We're talking about zero net emissions. We're talking about global warming, climate change. We are relying on the earth to survive longer by doing that, but there's not enough silver for that to happen. So silver's literally the thing that is going to make the earth die. And when people realize that, when Joe Biden, or I mean, obviously it probably wouldn't be in the next couple of years, but by the time, these electric vehicle companies come out, or the solar panels saying that we have to put a halt to solar panels or the Green New Deal because we don't have enough silver, that's when the price is really going to rise. That's when the natural value, like this article is just saying, they're realizing their true value. That's what I'm talking about in these videos, folks. That's what I've been trying to really push across to you. A lot of people don't understand that. They're just going to look at the dollar index. Yeah, that's been great. Yes, that's what also affects the price of precious metals, but that is not what's really going to separate it from gold, from Bitcoin, from the dollar. So let's keep on moving. Now, let's put things even further into context of what I was talking about. Mike Maloney's tweet to Elon Musk: buy physical silver. Mike Maloney just did a big interview praising his Tesla, and all of a sudden, Elon Musk publicly thanked Mike. So Mike sent out an open letter to Musk urging him to buy silver, stating, now these numbers are important to look at. You said, and this is what he says, you said that Tesla plans to sell 20 million electric vehicles by the year 2030. And actually, a quick side note, every automobile company by the year 2030 is going to be electric. Just something crazy to think about. So 20 million electric vehicles by the year 2030. The company produced 430,400 units over the past 4 quarters, so that would be 19,569,600 more vehicles within 9 years. Each EV uses up to 50 grams of silver, which totals 978.4 million grams. In other words, if you reach your 2030 sales goal, Tesla will need up to 31.45 million ounces of silver per year. The cost at $25 is $786 million, or $786 million. But the cost at $50 is $1.57 billion, and the cost of silver at $100 is $3.145 billion, and that's just your automobile business, not SpaceX, not Solar City, which is this other solar panel thing. Do you see how big of a difference between the what was the first one? 786 million compared to 3.145 billion dollars. That's a big difference. That's a big enough difference to drastically hurt Elon Musk pushing cost of production up, and the reason why he's just a little piece to the bigger puzzle is because think of all the other companies out there, every automobile company, the ones that aren't aware of this yet. And it's not just automobiles, it's not just 5G towers. We're talking about laptops, cell phones, Apple, right? We're talking about everything. We're in a new digital technological era. We're going to need more and more silver than ever, but there's less and less and less and less of it. So let's look at some insight of why Elon Musk actually might be stacking silver. And if you've watched my other videos on this, I've dug deep and found some tweets from people like on Reddit talking about conspiracies. I didn't want to cover that in this video. I want this to be more factual. I didn't want to go into conspiracy theories, but yes, there is some out there from people like putting together tweets he said and thinking it was like some just crazy stuff. But it's not only Bitcoin that he's looking at, and he's talked about physical gold as well, but it's mainly gold ETFs and the digital side of things, and that's kind of what David Morgan's letter to Elon Musk was really trying to urge him to go physical. Don't touch the ETFs. So in the last 2 trading days, we've seen a series of tweets by Elon Musk having a profound impact on the price of Bitcoin. In fact, on Monday, Bitcoin opened at 38,000, closed over 44,000 the same day. That momentum carried Bitcoin to an all-time record high today as it tested 48,000. Obviously, this article was written some time back because Bitcoin actually hit up to like 60,000. And it was not only Bitcoin that Elon Musk was looking at to diversify the company's cash holdings into. Now, Elon Musk obviously understands the dollar. He's trying to get all of his money out of the dollar and into things where he's in control. So that's going to be crypto and precious metals. Those are the 2 things that you are in complete control. In a filing to the Securities and Exchange Commission in January 2021, it included the following statement. In January 2021, we updated our investment policy to provide with more flexibility to further diversify and maximize returns on our cash that is not required to maintain adequate operating liquidity. In other words, the CEO of Tesla is looking into the future and believes there are asset classes other than the US dollar that would be appropriate for Tesla to move into. And what I was just saying, One of those asset classes is gold. It's gold. As part of the policy, which was duly approved by the audit committee of the board of directors, we may invest a portion of such cash into certain alternative reserve assets, including digital assets, gold bullion, gold exchange traded funds, and other assets as specified in the future. Now, most of it was, like I said, gold ETFs, exchange traded funds, but gold bullion is another one. Why would they choose gold bullion over silver? A lot of people could say, and I've said this before, if you're someone who's putting a lot of money into precious metals, go the gold route. You can fit $100,000 worth of gold in a shoebox. You can't do that with silver. But for someone that owns an electric vehicle company and you know, builds rockets, silver bullion would make a million times more sense. And for someone who's as smart as Elon Musk, he knows that. He knows that, trust me. Although Elon Musk has not tweeted about acquiring more gold holdings since last year, the filing of the statements above to the Securities and the Exchange Commission clearly lays out his intent to diversify out of the US dollar with a portion of free cash in the company into gold bullion. So let's keep on moving. That was the article I wanted to show that proves that he is buying precious metals, physical. It's not just a theory. Tesla, the case for Musk buying $20 billion worth of gold. Let's look at this. Elon Musk presented a Twitter poll regarding the potential sale of 10% of his Tesla stake. I'm assuming it'd be around $20 billion after tax. What would Elon Musk do with this new liquidity? I discussed 6 possibilities: equities, real estate, cash, bonds, crypto, and gold. Clearly, $20 billion means none of the asset classes are mutually exclusive, but I'm looking at a surprise that would be the larger port of the $20 billion. Some people think he turned to crypto. I think he knows crypto's fragile, bubble asset, wants to not risk it for his new cash out. Rather, I think the highest probability is that Musk would choose the ultimate anti-bubble asset that got the attention of those behind platinum, which is gold. And that's a good point. I like how he said the ultimate anti-bubble asset that has also got the attention of Palantir. Gold is called a safe haven metal for a reason. They're safe haven alternatives. When you put your money into precious metals, it's like putting it in a time capsule, a vault, regardless of what the dollar index is doing. Actually, there's a direct negative correlation. But I do think, now that I think of it, there's 2 reasons to invest in the precious metals, especially coming from a person that owns companies like Tesla. There would be if he's also trying to take his money out of cash, there would be the investment route or the transferring of assets, liquidity, which would be precious metals, but gold would be the better alternative. Gold would. But then you also have the making of the product, right? If it was just an investor, then yes, gold would make more sense. It's a better store of value. But then you have the other side of his business that requires silver. Gold, yes, there's gold in electronics, but silver is the main component in all that stuff. So he might be diversifying into both, which actually would make make much more sense. Gold for the for the liquidity aspect, but then also silver, a direct source of silver, because he cannot be paying premiums, and that's what a lot of these companies are going to have to do if they are not finding a direct source right now. And that makes the most sense now that I think of it. And what do you think of that? Let me know what you think. There's so much behind this, and that's, I think, why I'm so obsessed with it, because it's the perfect it's like the perfect picture that's unraveling before us, showing how serious the silver shortage really is. I've been pushing the narrative of of what's really going to push silver's price up for so long, which is the shortage. And this situation, especially since it's Elon Musk, really shows it's like the perfect scenario and we can look at it and actually talk about it instead of just theorize of when that's going to happen someday. We see it happening. We can look at numbers like Mike Maloney showed, and we can see how severe this thing is going to get. But like I said, this all is just a little piece of a much bigger puzzle, and it's going to get crazy. So I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was 1, educational, 2, informational, 3, at least entertaining, make sure to hit the like button. Please like the video and leave a comment. Please share this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was extremely entertaining as well, just extremely interesting. And I really hope you think that as well. I hope this video gets the exposure that it needs. It's not just about me getting views. I really want people to see why this stuff is so important, especially that the first article right here where he's talking about people thinking that this Green New Deal is going to be all fine and dandy, but there's not enough silver for that to happen. That's really important. That's really important. And that's probably one of the most important 2 sentences that has ever been said about silver, hands down. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Make sure you subscribe. Go enter my silver giveaway. The link will be in the description and probably a pinned comment as well. And also make sure you go over to the Silver Stacking podcast and enter that giveaway. We post new podcasts every single Friday, but we also post segments throughout the week if you didn't watch the full podcast. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.